So this is the iPhone 10. I've been eagerly waiting for it and I finally have it. I didn't bother to make an unboxing cause it's already too late for that, but I'll share my initial impressions on it after using it for over 48 hours. And also by this time I'm down with high fever and my voice is a bit down, so kindly bear with it. And I'd appreciate if you guys can like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it. It will help out a lot. Now coming back to the phone, you'll notice that the phone is all about that screen. So to make this possible, Apple had to get rid of the iconic home button from the front, which also led to the removal of the Touch ID. But to compensate that, they came up with something called as Face ID, to which we will come back in a bit. But as far as the screen is concerned, you get a 5.8-inch OLED screen which Apple calls as a Super Retina display, which is made by Samsung but tweaked by Apple. For the initial impressions, the screen looks good to me, but the problems with the OLED like the color shifting is noticeable here as well, just like the Pixel 2 XL. So I'm a bit skeptical here. However, the screen on this iPhone is better than ever and it's the best screen on an iPhone. We'll have more to tell on it in my upcoming videos. So gone is the aluminum from the back, and just like the iPhone 8 Plus, you get glass back here as well, and a byproduct of which you get wireless charging. The glass blends into the front, giving you a seamless experience when holding this phone and at the same time making it slippery as a soap. So I recommend using a skin or a case. IP67 certification also continues to be on the list. I am personally loving the in-hand experience of this phone. It's soft to touch and I kinda like it. It's kinda satisfying. After all, it should be, you're spending a ton of cash on it. As far as the physical overview is concerned, on the right hand side of the device you find the power on off button. Alert slider and volume rockers can be found on the left, primary microphone, lightning port and a speaker can be found on the bottom. Now to the front on the top you get something called as True Depth camera, which consists of a 7 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. What's new in it is, just like the rear camera, you can now shoot portrait selfies. Now note that this mode as of now is in beta but will improve with the upcoming software updates. Next to that is an IR sensor and a dot projector which makes the Face ID possible. It throws a set of 30,000 invisible dots which scans your face while you're looking at it. Registering your face is quite simple, you just have to place your head in the circle and rotate it and do as the phone tells you to. And so far this seems to be quick and I'm impressed with the Face ID. You need to look at the phone with your eyes open for it to work properly or else it won't recognize you. One thing I didn't like is, despite getting unlocked, you'll have to swipe up on the screen for getting inside the phone. And if you're concerned whether the Face ID can be fooled or not, don't worry, it can't, unless you have an evil identical twin. Now there are some great videos on this topic, I'll leave them in the descriptions for you guys. As far as the rear camera is concerned, you still get that same 12 dual megapixel cameras, one a standard and a telephoto shooter. But the new thing here is that both the cameras are now optically image stabilized. Specifications are also the same like the one you saw on iPhone 8 Plus, A11 Bionic chipset, 3GB of RAM. Now, since there is no home button here, you'll have to depend on the gestures. If you're in an app and want to go back to the home screen, swipe up from the bottom of the screen. Or if you want to switch between recently opened applications, swipe right or left. Or to see what all the apps you have open, swipe up and hold from the bottom until you see the apps. Drag down from the top left to access the notification center and from the top right to access the control center. These gestures will take some time to get used to, but you'll get it right. So these were my initial impressions so far. More quality videos on the iPhone 10 are on the way, and while you're there, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. With that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one.